Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have any other significant Aries placements, there may be a message in here for you. So Aries, I feel like there's something, there may be like a situation or something that maybe is challenging you to grow is how it's coming through. Challenging you to grow. I feel like it may involve other people or competitive energies with other people. So just taking that into consideration. Mars, which is your ruler, has moved into Virgo. So that there may be a change in energy there. It was previously in Leo. But there is this sort of attention to detail energy that's coming through for you, Aries. I feel like you may also be dealing with something from the past. It's coming through as like a past decision or past pattern or past version of yourself, where maybe you made the wrong decision is how it's coming through. Like, the example that was coming through was that there was something that was perfect for you is how it's coming through, how it was being shown to me, that it was perfect for you, but you didn't choose it because it involved like too much investment of your energy, your resources, your time, or like you maybe you felt like you didn't have enough to give to this option or this choice or whatever it is. And so you may have gone for something that was like, in terms of energy, like I don't think it's talking about financial, but it could be for some of you, like something that was more affordable, for example, or something that was more like realistic or practical, or that kind of energy, like something that felt more appropriate to what you were able to give. And I feel like maybe that choice, that decision, maybe in the long run was not the right decision. Perhaps you're realizing that now, or that kind of thing. And it's like, I feel like in this cycle, it feels like you're making the right choice now, even though it may take more energy or more investment or more from you. It's going to take more from you. It's just how it's feeling. Like it's going to take more of your investment is just the word that keeps wanting to come through here. And it feels like, so it could be financial, it could be time, it could be energy, it could be effort, whatever it is, it's asking you to give more. And it's the perfect match for you. I also feel like this energy is something that could have to do with like your stability. Like I was seeing root chakra energy for you. Like it's very stable, or it is something that will make you feel very whole and safe, and it comes in with this sense of belonging and stability, right, with the root chakra. I was also seeing like you are combining different elements together in a unique way to make whatever this opportunity is perfect for you, because it feels kind of like on its own, maybe it's not, but if you bring your unique spark to it, then it becomes perfect for you. That's how it's coming through. You have to bring something to it in order for it to be perfect. I do feel like perfect for you. I do also think that there may be a bit of self-doubt, perhaps because it, like, whatever this, like, it does feel like the past energy is something where you previously did not choose this perfect opportunity because of a lack mentality. That's how it's coming through, because you felt like you didn't have enough to give. That's how it's feeling. But I feel like that's changing for you, or that there's like some sort of change in your mentality about what you have to give. Because I feel like there's something here where it's like you have the exact thing or the exact match necessary to make this like the perfect opportunity. It's really wanting to highlight your impact or what you have to give, which makes the opportunity or the thing or whatever it is perfect. So it is what you make of it is how it's coming through. It is what you make of it. Attention to detail just keeps wanting to come through here. Maybe it's something like your attention to detail might be significant. I also feel like there's something here where, because Aries, of course, in the shadow aspects is like known to be impulsive, right? Like very fast moving, or like makes decisions without thinking, like it becomes like a need, right? Like to like do things, even if it might not be in alignment. Like that could be shadow aspects of Aries. I feel like I feel like when an Aries learns patience, they become unstoppable. That's my opinion. I feel like there is something here where it's like, whatever this opportunity was, you had to wait for it, is how it's coming through. Like, it's like you had to wait for it. And it could be something where it was like, in the past, you made the wrong choice. And so you had to wait for it because you had to deal with the consequences of making the wrong choice or whatever. Like something like that. Like there's this energy here where it's like, okay, you've learned your lesson. You've learned patience maybe. And now is the time where you can now choose the perfect option, is how it's coming through, or the perfect solution, or whatever it is. And it is going to take effort from you. You do have to give more, is how it's coming through. So just being aware of that. I feel like yeah, we're gonna get tarot on that. I do think there is like an alchemy energy happening for you, because it's also coming through like you're co-creating this perfect opportunity, right? It's a co-creation. It's not just that you're receiving something that's perfect for you, but your contribution makes it perfect, if that makes sense. So it's really highlighting or emphasizing your contribution to whatever this situation is. Okay. There is an energy of competition here, though. Doesn't have to be a bad thing. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, because I think it's also something where it's like Virgo energy is so interesting in Mars, because it's coming through as like Virgo is not always like especially because of course Virgo rules over the house of like health and well-being and sustainability, and like your daily routines and all of that is all Virgo energy. And there's no right thing for every person, like for all is how it's coming through. Like there's not one solution that's going to be or there's not one like perfect thing that's going to make everybody happy, right? That's sort of how it's coming through. But this would be perfect for you. And I feel like there is something here about competition, or like a fear or worry about other people like taking what's yours. And what I want to say is that like it wouldn't work for anybody else, is how it's coming through. Whatever this opportunity is, or whatever this thing is, it wouldn't work for them because it's not you, right? It's like you are bringing the key or the perfect piece to make it perfect for you. And it's not going to be like that for anyone else who tries to claim that for themselves, if that makes sense. Like, your contribution, you, is what makes it perfect, if that makes sense. You are what makes it perfect, is how it's coming through. And so there's no way that anybody can take this from you because it's yours, right? It's you. Okay. Temperance. Yeah, this is a card about alchemy, as I was saying. We just had the Sagittarius full moon, and so there is fire here, but there's also lots of water. This is a card about self-love and healing in this deck specifically because there's so much focus on water, but it's also coming through as being like pouring the energy back into yourself. I feel like there is something about like your particular magic is what makes this special or perfect. I feel like you might have haters, Aries. That's how it's feeling. You might have people discouraging you from this, is how it's coming through. Or like, especially if it's something to do with like your creative expression, or like something that is like just how you feel, right? Like it's very personal. That's how it's feeling. It's very personal. It's a personal expression of yourself, but you may have haters, is just how it's coming through. And so that energy might be something that you're working with or transmuting within yourself. Like, it doesn't have to work for anybody else, right? Because it's for you. Whatever this opportunity is. Okay. I feel like there may also be some aspect of like an ego death that's happening. But in how people view you is how it's coming through. Like, perhaps there's something here where in this expression, or in this like way of expressing yourself or sharing something of yourself, it's revealing something about you. And there may be sort of this like change in how people view you because of this honest reflection is just what's coming through, but honest expression, that it may change how people view you. May or may not be for the good. I don't know. But it's kind of like there is something here where like you may also be seeing things about others that, like, I don't know, like through your expression, it may be revealing things about other people as well. So just be conscious of that. Okay. Yeah, Six of Wands. Six of Wands, which comes after the Five of Wands, right? Like, I feel like the Five of Wands is something that you're overcoming, which can talk about competition or conflicting energies or arguments, or like when people just don't get along, like that kind of thing. But you're coming out here as the Six of Wands, as overcoming that. It talks about a public victory as well. Or like people witnessing you in your success, right? Like that kind of thing. I do strongly feel like there is something about like people witnessing you being successful at something, or like overcoming some sort of challenge, and it could even be like an internal challenge, that makes them see you differently, is just how it's coming through. Like it makes them see you differently. It also is coming through with like something that's like, again, unique to you. It's unique to you. Your contribution to something is vital, is how it's coming through, to make something successful. Your contribution is vital in whatever this situation is. Again, it feels like there are other people involved. Aries, I feel like this is something that's like I'm getting like this nervous energy, like, but not in a bad way. It's just kind of like unexpected, perhaps like recognition from others, maybe. It does feel celebratory as well. But I think that there is also an important distinction here to make, that whatever this is, you weren't doing it for the recognition, right? Like that's how it's coming through, but especially with the Temperance, because the Temperance card in this deck especially is coming through as being this energy of like, you're focused on self, right? You're focused on healing yourself, or you're focused on self-love or giving back to yourself, right? Like it's not something that you were doing to seek external validation, right? There's a difference there. And so that it's like, that's not what you were doing. I feel like people, though, because that's coming up, may have seen your actions as being seeking self-validation, right? Like that's where I feel like there's a shift in perception about you, where people may have perceived your actions in the past as being like something where you were just seeking external validation, or you were doing it to like impress others, or you were doing it for the wrong reasons, or whatever. That is not true. And I feel like that's being seen now, because you are overcoming something that I feel like because the Five of Wands is where all the wands are sort of going in every direction, right? Like there's conflict, nothing is in harmony. And I feel like there's almost like the energy is harmonizing in this way, like where you are being seen as like as I feel like you would reject this, actually, is how like your first instinct might be to reject this, like I don't know. It does feel unexpected. It's like this was not the intended outcome of what you were doing, but it is positive. It is a positive outcome regardless. Okay. Opinions are changing, yeah, about something regarding you, where I feel like previously there may have been like conflicting opinions, right? Or things like people not seeing you clearly, or people misunderstanding your intentions, or that kind of thing, that's changing. Like, I feel like they are seeing you for who you really are in the best way possible. Okay. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Stability. The color red might be significant for you. This feels like someone else. That doesn't feel like you. It's almost, again, it's like your contribution to something. This could be a relationship. It doesn't have to be, though. But that feels like someone else, like a situation or something like that. This might also be the thing that is perfect for you. Whatever that is, right? It could be like a job. It could be a home. It does feel, it could be a relationship. It could be anything that is pentacle related, right? Like it could have to do with your finances. But in any ways, it's a material element, right? The earth. It has stability, and there's so much potential for growth here. But I feel, because it's looking to me like you are bringing something to the Queen of Pentacles, right? Your contribution is key to this situation. The moon. Capricorn moon might be a significant sign for this person. Doesn't have to be, though. Or there could be some sort of like, there could be an emphasis on like the second house, the moon in the second house, or Capricorn in the second house, or something like that. So just paying attention to that. The moon. There are some fears here. Fear or worry. It comes through with this moon. Like, but it's also subconscious energies. I also feel like it's something where, like, there's a creation that is coming to life. And so subconscious energies are not a bad thing, right? Like, we all have them. It's part of how we operate. But so it does feel kind of like you, like this opportunity or something that's like perfect for you involves subconscious operations, is just how it's coming through. Like, you're working with subconscious energies made physical. So like subconscious energies made physical. Like, there is this card in the Alchemy deck that's coming through with this like sap of the moon plant, which is what this feels like, where it's like it really does feel like you're manifesting something with the moon. There's a lot of feminine energy here, but it's feeling like very physical at the same time. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe this. The closest example would be like in a there's a fantasy story called The Raven Boys, where one of the characters, he's called a dreamer, and he when he dreams, he goes into the dream world and he can pull out things from the dream into the physical world. So when he wakes up, he brings back physical objects from the dream world. That's what it feels like for you. I'm getting Pisces energy now, which is interesting. Aries. So this, I don't know what this is. It's kind of like, this could be you, or this could be somebody else. It could be somebody with Earth in their moon. it doesn't have to be Capricorn, but it could be, where like you or this person, just take it how it resonates, has like the ability to create with the moon, is just how it's coming through, in a very physical and tangible way. So it's almost like they can make subconscious wishes come true, good or bad. And I feel like that's where your contribution is what is important here, Aries, because you can make it perfect, is how it's feeling, especially with this Virgo energy. There's something about refinement and attention to detail, and like fine-tuning an experience in order to make it perfect. Okay, yeah, Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is you, of course. That's you. And then Hermit, the Star, King of Cups, because the Hermit is that Virgo energy, and you have Aquarius as well. Yeah, this feels like a partnership of some sort. Again, doesn't have to be romantic. It could be like friendship or whatever it is, or business, or I don't know, whatever it is. I do feel like you are going to have to take some sort of leadership role here with the Six of Wands, because it's like you being at the center of this, or like you having to take on a bigger burden kind of thing. But burden is not the right word. Investment is what just keeps wanting to come through. So I feel like there is something of like a financial energy that's tied to this in some way. Like it does feel like it's something to do with money or physical resources or home, or something that you are creating. I do feel like this is very exciting, but it's also something that maybe excitement and nervousness sometimes feels the same, right? Like it's kind of something like that. So just being conscious of like where exactly you're feeling this energy. I feel like you're transmuting something. It does feel very creative as well. Like I feel like there's something about your creational energy that's very important in this, Aries. The color red is really significant. You may tie that to the other person though. That might be an energy that you associate with the other. Yeah, strong earth energy there. They may be an earth sign or have earth in their chart somewhere. Okay, Aries. Alchemy. Okay, spring. Spring, which is your season, of course. Things are going to get easier is just what's coming through with that. Things are going to get easier. Okay, hold on. Yeah, blossoming, becoming the horizon. When spring arrives, our eyes lift from the work and we peer out the window of our laboratory. We realize Earth has been in its own transformational spin, readying itself for a new era of growth. In a state of wonder, the alchemist sets aside the work of winter and opens the door, stepping into spring. When this card arrives, it indicates a blossoming, a coming into one's own. It's generation time. You may be dreaming up a business plan, humming a new melody, or flirting with a special someone. Spring is the season of the east where the sun rises and lights the world. You do not have to work on anything during this phase. Let the energy of the season push through. You made it through winter and the bulbs burst on their own. Yeah, it is feeling like something is blossoming. you're stepping out of the winter energy into this like newfound success is how it's feeling. But I feel like it is something where it like wasn't expected from you. Like, but that's not... Maybe because spring can also talk about hope. Maybe it is something that you hoped for. There is this new energy that's coming through with that. There was something else in that description, but I'm blanking on it. 1 second. Oh, yes. Okay. So, this may have been something in the past where you tried this and it didn't work, right? Like the thing where it was like you made the wrong choice or you made the easy choice was how it was coming through. Like something of like staying in your comfort zone or, you know, whatever it is. That's how it's feeling in the past. This one feels like you are now making the right choice because you have accepted a part of yourself that you were rejecting in the past is how it's coming through. Where in the past you may have like rejected an aspect of yourself or like denied some aspect of yourself, especially something that could have been seen as like shadowy or negative or like a something of yourself, like an aspect of your soul or identity where there may have been trauma or hurt or pain or whatever. And so that caused you to reject that aspect of yourself. I feel like, and that could also cause a lack mentality, right? Like feeling like you don't have enough to give or that you can't do this thing because you're not good enough at it or like that. It's that kind of vibration of like feeling like you don't have anything to contribute or that you don't have enough to give or, you know, whatever, any variation of that kind of energy. I feel like that is what has changed or that is what you have alchemized or transmuted within yourself is like understanding how significant your contribution is to making something perfect is how it's feeling. So maybe you have Virgo somewhere in your chart, but if not, it's just talking about the Mars and Virgo transit that we're in where it's like this energy of refinement of making something perfect, right? Like because Virgo of course has that a bad rap of being like a perfectionist, but in this case I feel like for you Aries it's about perfecting something or refining something to the point where it's like perfect for you, not in a way where it's like obsessing over things or being really nitpicky or like being too critical or whatever. Those are all shadow aspects, but it is something about like now that you have this peace or this knowledge or this understanding or wisdom, you can now do this thing or choose the thing that was in the past perhaps very difficult or you couldn't do it or whatever. That's how it's feeling. There, like you have the peace now to make this successful. Okay, yeah. It's generation time, right? Like it's time to like create something. If you are aware of like the My Human Design personality types or whatever they're called, this energy might be like maybe you are a manifesting generator or maybe you're working with a manifesting generator or something like that. Like there's this energy here of like manifestation and generation, generating things, creating things. Yeah. It is feeling like very high priestess, but also like the yeah, okay, I need to switch decks. I'm seeing the Buffalo card in this deck, which is this very grounded yet spiritual energy. Okay, for Aries, please. We have the Spring card, the Crow. Yeah. The perfect peace, right? That's what this card is talking about. The Crow talks to me about resourcefulness, creativity as well, intelligence, but resourcefulness is really coming through here. I feel like there's also something about yeah, like because the Crow is also coming through with like the crone energy, or the shaman energy, or yeah, one who can like tap into spiritual energies in order to find the right answer, right? Like it's very High Priestess, but one that's like a little bit more active than the High Priestess, because the High Priestess doesn't always act or say or speak. The High Priestess is often just sort of like intuition, or being connected, but not always knowing what it is that you're like, not always sharing what it is that you know. The High Priestess is also one that like is in the realms of secret and mystery. In this case, it feels like a more outward expression of the High Priestess, where it's like you are sharing your knowledge. That's how it's feeling in whatever area this is. It doesn't have to be spiritual. It could be anything, right? Like it could be if it has to do with like money, or if like something physical that you're good at. It's like this is like you sharing your knowledge about that, right? It doesn't have to be spiritual in that sense, although I do think everything like that does have a spiritual component to it. So especially with the moon here, like it feels like whatever it is you're doing, even if it's something like truly mundane, there is some spiritual aspect to it. That's what I feel like this Crow energy is. It's like it brings magic to whatever it is that you're doing, even if it's just like doing the dishes, or, you know, cleaning or whatever. Like it's just like the most mundane thing turns into something magical or significant through this expression, is just how it's coming through. It is what you bring to it, or bring to the table. Okay, let's see what these other energies are. The Queen of Pentacles, the Owl. Yeah, look at the Crow and the Owl. And it's almost like they have opposite energies, right? Like just like the colors of the cards. But it's like, because the Owl also talks about a gift or a blessing, but it's like what you bring, Aries, is this magic. That's how it's coming through. This energy is magic on its own. I want to say that. I want to emphasize that. This energy is magic on its own, but together it's perfect. And I don't like using that word, but it just keeps wanting to come through like that. It's the perfect match for you. Whatever this is. Whatever this is, it's a perfect match for you. And it wouldn't be for anybody else. That's what's coming through. It wouldn't be a perfect match for anybody else but you. Yeah, they're like wisdom and knowledge are both coming in here. Like this, with both of these cards coming through here, it could be something of like meeting of the minds as well. Like you and this person are so aligned in like your values, or ideas or beliefs or something like that. Like there is of course difference and nuance, right? But it's like very compatible. It's a match. Okay. I do feel like the other though is working with moon energies, which is really interesting. They may be a High Priestess because of the owl, that's coming through here, and the moon. They're a high priestess, but like part of their magic is the Queen of Pentacles, right? Like that's part of their magic. Because what I'm seeing in this card, which I don't normally look at, is like the grapes, which of course is like associated with abundance and all of that. But it's like, it looks like there are arrows coming down, right? It's like they can take all of this like knowledge or intuition that they receive, and then it's expressed physically, or like it's it takes a physical form, like in that story, The Raven Boys, where the dreamer can manifest physical objects taken directly from the dream world, right? It's like that. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay. I'm gonna pull one last card. The dragon, the starfish, and the elk. This elk card is the King of Pentacles in this deck, right? The dragon is solar plexus. I feel like there is that energy that you are working with. The starfish is a really interesting energy because that's one that's like very, very attractive and alluring. You may want to watch the Sagittarius reading from yesterday because it feels like there is a bit of a connection there. Your contribution makes all the difference is really what's coming through here, Aries. You have the dragonfly at the bottom of the deck, which is the mind. There may be a very strong spiritual connection between you and this other. I feel like you're very drawn to this energy. And I feel like there's also something about like the root chakra is really what's coming through, but also how do I say this? It's okay. It's like a song, right? A song or a melody. You're the bass line is how it's coming through. Like you're the drums. You're the I don't know enough about music to complete this, but it's like you're the bass, you're the drums, you're like the foundation is just how it's coming through to like anchor something. And it's like without your contribution, the melody would still stand, right? Like it's still a song, you could still listen to it, still sound beautiful, but the bass energy or like that kind of like the drums gives it the foundation or the depth or the solidness is how it's feeling to whatever this experience is. That's just how it's coming through. Okay. It does feel like merging of two things together. Yeah, okay. I just dropped a bunch of these cards, but the only one that's upright is the ring, right? A marriage will take place. So it doesn't have to be romantic again. It could be business, right? Like it could be something like that. Your contribution is like key in this. The cup. You should accept valid criticism. And the cobweb. You're protected from negative energies. beyond your control. Okay, yeah, plenty of material things. The bowl. I feel like this cup card is coming out. You should accept valid criticism, because it is feeling like something where the criticism would be that you don't see how important your contribution is to somebody else's experience, is just how it's coming through. Like, I feel like maybe there's this energy here of like withholding a part of yourself with the crow. Perhaps because of like fear of negative forces, whatever that may be with the cobweb. This is coming through as a reassurance that you don't have to worry about that, especially if it's something where it's like you're worried about other people taking what's yours or that kind of thing. You don't have to worry about that, because it's like they can't take your essence. Like, this is you. This opportunity is yours, because it only becomes an opportunity because you contribute to it, right? Like, that's how it's coming through. You're the missing piece. It wouldn't be what it is without you. And so there's no way that anybody else can take it from you, or like, it's something like it doesn't exist without you, is how it's feeling. So the criticism might be if like you're holding back, or if you're like feeling unsure about something, like, stop that, because it's like it's all you, is actually just how it's coming through. Okay, Aries, I'm going to pull one last card for the Energy Archaeology Oracle. Blessing and burden. Interesting. And then you have attunement at the bottom of the deck, which is that Virgo energy again, like fine-tuning something. There is something about burden that you're releasing, is how it's coming through. It says, take each burden out one by one. Stare at their intricacies and marvel at what you thought they were, the meaning you made of them. See their pain-weathered surfaces and allow yourself to connect to the feelings you may wish you could leave buried here at your shoulder. There is no rush to acceptance, healing, or finding a falsely glinting silver lining. This bone does not tell you that everything happens for a reason. It simply helps you hold what happened. Your truth is the blessing, the courage to own your specific and unique pain, and yet understand that it doesn't mean anything about you, is a gift you give to yourself and a freedom you let loose upon the world. Okay. There's a Virgo energy that you're working with. It's just wanting to come through like that, Aries. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this message resonated with you. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. It helps so much. Thanks so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.